Final Fantasy 16. You guys know by now that I have a very, very love-hate relationship with this game. Hell, at this point, it might be a hate-hate relationship with this game. But I'm not naive enough to not see the importance of Final Fantasy 16. I understand that it's a big IP and it's a big game. And if this game is out, it needs to be on Xbox. You know, let's rewind to right before Tokyo Game Show. Jez Cordon came out and said the whole slate on Xbox of Final Fantasy is coming to Xbox. And a lot of people assume that meant like right now. So when Final Fantasy 16 indeed did not show up for Xbox at that time, there was a lot of shit talking, man. There was a lot of people going in. Well, it does look like there is some updates to this story. Look, I can disagree on how they made Final Fantasy 16, and I do. There is a vast majority of stuff about 16 that I'm not feeling. To the point, I dropped the game. Maybe I should make a video. I don't know. Put in the comment section below. I should make a video on my issues with the game. In order for me to do that, I would probably have to finish it. But tell me in the comment section. Look, when it comes to this game, regardless how I feel about it, it's a mainline Final Fantasy game. And it's got to be on Xbox, man. It's got to be on Xbox. We did get the Pixel Collection. That's good. I would say the Pixel Collection is a huge step forward because now we got essentially every Final Fantasy ever made, almost, for Xbox, except for the ones that's clearly not there, like Final Fantasy VII Remake, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Final Fantasy 16. We got the whole slate just about. It's just these 3 damn games. Well, 4 technically if you want to count Final Fantasy, whatever the next one's going to be. I want it to be called Reunion. But apparently they already called the Crisis Core one that. Perfect name. They dropped the ball on that. So let's go over here to, what's going on with this. Now, I'm going to give 2 articles that you guys can read. So the first one is by Jez Cordon. Now, you guys know when it comes to Jez, he's a friend. He has been saying that this game's coming out for a while now. It's just a matter of when. You guys know how that is. Just because these developers have been very clear that, they kind of want to make these games for Xbox doesn't mean they're going to come overnight. It takes a long time for these games to be made. So let's read this article by Jez Cordon. All this is going to be the description below if you guys want to take a gander. So things you need to know. Square Enix is a major Japanese publisher known for the Final Fantasy series, among others. I would actually say you could have probably added Dragon Quest to this because I feel like Dragon Quest is just as big, if not maybe even bigger than Final Fantasy these days. In recent years, Final Fantasy began skipping Xbox, the entire Xbox platform, optimally for PlayStation exclusivity. I don't know if that... I mean, he's not wrong, but at the same time, you can make the argument that it's only been really Final Fantasy VII Remake, Rebirth, and 16. We got 13, Lightning Returns, Final Fantasy 13-2. We got 15. For a foreseeable future up until, the 16 and Remake came out, the majority of Final Fantasy games was coming over to Xbox. Now, we can make the argument it took a long time to get, like, the remakes, like Final Fantasy 10, 9, 7, not necessarily remakes, just the re-releases. You can make an argument on those. Square Enix has denounced its exclusivity plans, blaming declining sales with its aims to launch games on Steam for Windows and more regularly. What's kind of interesting about this that I've kind of noticed? Astrobot, they actually denied putting cloud in Astrobot. And it kind of makes me feel like, are they doing that because they want to, maintain a little bit of separation with the PlayStation brand? Or is there like low key some beef there? I don't know. It's like some food for thought. What do you guys think in the comment section below? You know, has these sales been so low where PlayStation and Square Enix have like some little issues behind closed doors? So then he refers to this particular interview, and we're going to go to that right now. And it says they asked one of the lead people at Square Enix. It says, "Do you have any news on the Final Fantasy 16 Xbox port?" So let's read this. "We, of course, did announce the PC version of the game, so looking forward to the Xbox version." He says looking forward, so that's definitely coming. "We do want to release it on Xbox, but when it comes to the specifics, such as the game would be available and such, we are not in the position to be able to share anything. But of course, I want to say that it's not as if there's zero hope. We are very much want to achieve this, so players should not give up their hopes." This man's pretty much saying, look, it's coming. You just got to give us more time. That's essentially what he's saying. It's like I said, these ports aren't made overnight, guys. It takes some time to make these ports. And I think people need to realize that. You know, we got the Pixel Collection. We got Octopath Traveler 1 and 2. Eventually got 2. We got the Persona franchise, the Yakuza franchise. Currently, we're getting not the Trail games, but we're getting the Mana games. They're also heavily, I wouldn't say heavily marketing, but they're marketing metaphor, and I think they should probably do a little bit better job with that legendary franchise. You know, Atlus's new game is legendary on its own, and I think this game's actually going to do well. Look, at the end of the day, I've always been the first person to step out and say, yo, where's the Japanese support? And I do think that people need to lay off Jez. People need to lay off people that maybe didn't specifically say it was coming out at the TGS. Port's coming. Regardless what hater wants to think, Final Fantasy 16 is coming to Xbox. It's just a matter of when the port's done and when it strategically makes sense to announce that sucker. Because clearly they're not going to go out there and just like drop a YouTube trailer. Like 16 is a big title. They're going to promote it. They're going to probably be at some event. Microsoft clearly would be very interested in promoting this event. So maybe like Video Game Awards. It's probably too soon. Probably the June showcase next year. Or they surprise you in the January Direct. Maybe that's a thing that they can do. I don't know. I think they can go a long way with this. Like, look, you guys know I've been the first person in the room that says, where is this Japanese support? But I got to lay off them a little bit. They have given me what I want to a degree. Is there stuff that they can do? Yes. I think the biggest thing they can do is start making their homegrown exclusives by first party. I don't know if that means they have to, do it by second party where they contract a developer in Japan or, maybe a surrounding area to make a game for them, or just full blown buy someone over there. I know they just let Tango Studios go, which I still think is a mistake, but I don't think that's the end all be all doom and gloom in the eastern part of the world. I do think Microsoft has more cards they can cover. They have more cards they can play. I think they got something, man. Is it going to be terrific? I don't know. We're going to have to see on that. Clearly, the hardware sales, they've been declining and declining. I'm very curious to see what those hardware sales do after they release Call of Duty on Game Pass. We'll have to see. Especially Game Pass numbers in general, we'll have to see. But as far as like the Japanese support, they are making effort. And I have to, bravo, man. Now, obviously, I want to see more marketing on Metaphor Xbox. I want to see that sucker everywhere. You got such an iconic title, such as an Atlus new IP. You should be plastering this everywhere on the walls. I'm not saying they're not promoting the game like at all, but I'm saying they need to do a little better job on that. The problem with me when it comes to promoting these things is I don't necessarily see advertisements anymore. I don't watch cable television. I have YouTube Premium. I don't see where they would advertise. A lot of the times you could tell when they're advertising, though, because people are posting it on Twitter. I'm not saying it's not being done, but I haven't really seen too many people talk about it. But anyway, that's it for the video, guys. Like I said, I want 16. 16's coming. Doesn't matter what the haters say. You guys can hate all you want. It's still coming. Xbox is still improving that Japanese support. They're still improving those ports. It needs to go more. We need to work on some Capcom next. But it is improving, and I'm happy for it. If you guys enjoyed this video, hit that like button, man. It's always appreciated. You can always sub to the channel. We make weekly content over here. We're going to start doing some more evergreen content, probably on Fridays. I don't know yet. But I appreciate everyone coming through, man. If you guys want to follow me on Twitter, you can follow me at Lord Addict ILP. You can also follow me on my YouTube channel that I do for streams called Addict Arena. Today we're going to be streaming some more Starfield Shattered Space. I hear it's a pretty good expansion. We're going to jump back into that. All that's in the description below. And until next time, this is Gaming Addict. I'm out of here. Peace. Ooh, I ain't playing 16, but I'll be happy when it's out for the platform just because it gives a new audience. It's always a new audience, man. Everyone got to get it. Ooh.